What's going on, guys? Amir Fazeli here from Adonis Athletics for another episode of the Adonis Eye. In this episode, what we're going to go through is the art of the bench press, which is by far my crappiest lift, and something that I've been paying a lot more attention to recently to try and fix and hopefully increase it to a level where it's not as embarrassing as it is. Um, So what I've been doing is these two videos are shot about a week apart, and I've been experimenting with a few things. What I've been doing is recently observing the bench press techniques of some of the better bench presses out there, and been trying to get an idea of what it is that they do in regards to the techniques, as to like what sets them apart from others. And I've noticed that in general, um, better bench presses, when they get to the bottom of the lift, when the bar's on the chest, so in this position here, the bar is the upper arm is more or less parallel to the ground, or as parallel to the ground as possible. So if you have a look at the top video here, if I was to draw a straight line from the shoulder out through the elbow, you see that's roughly where the angle of the upper arm is. But if I was to do the same thing for the lower one, by the way, is a technique that I adopted that, surprise, surprise, made me hit a PB. This is a week apart, so there was no particular training or anything going on where, long term, there was no long term training effect or anything like that. So you can see here in the bottom one, my upper arm is much more parallel to the ground, and that lift was the one which I managed to hit a PB. Uh, what I've realized is that there are two main ways to get to get to this point here, to that goal of keeping the arm as parallel as you can to the ground, and that is to either grip the bar out wider, so the distance the arm has to travel before the bar hits the chest is shorter, or uh, you you somehow um, you somehow change your body positioning so that the bar hits the chest either at a higher position, or so. For example, let's think about the arch. When lifters arch, it's because they want to bring the chest up so as to decrease the range of motion that they have to go through from lockout to when they get to the chest. So if you were to be able to raise your chest from, say, this position to this position, then obviously the bar will have to travel less. So those are the two main ways to do it. It's either grip wider or increase your contact point, either through an arch or through manipulating where your forearm position is as you're coming down, and stuff like that. But that's for another discussion. So what I realized is as I was doing these, that what I normally bench with, which is in this photo here, is I I normally bench with my grip about a thumb width apart, a thumb length apart from where the knurling is. Whereas in this one here, I changed my grip out to my middle finger on the ring. That, along with a couple of other tweaks, um, I made as I was pressing just off the chest, allowed me to feel much more comfortable pressing off the chest and getting to lockout. So I'm going to be trying this out and seeing how I go with it. But I think it moves much better. It feels much better, and I think it's just at the end of the day, as you guys know, it's all about biomechanics. If you can improve biomechanics, if you can alter it, then you make the movement much more efficient. And I feel that the bar here moves much better than in the top one, especially towards lockout. So I'll keep experimenting with this and see where I go with it, and I'll keep everybody updated. In the meanwhile, if anyone has any further input to put into this, let us know, and we'll consider those in our next upcoming Adonis eyes. Thank you.